wow, what do you know? It's time for the Pocket Knife Show. Hey, it's Mike on the mic again for another episode of the Pocket Knife Podcast. Our youngest is getting married this weekend. Well, this weekend as I record. She wants an outdoor wedding at the end of October. And as I record this, the forecast says it'll be 35 degrees with 23 mile per hour winds at the planned ceremony time. Did I mention the chance of rain? And then possibly ice or snow, a wintry mix? That's in there too. I suspect we may move things indoors, which is too bad because the outdoor setting was beautiful last weekend. The trees were decked out in their fall colors, yellows and oranges and reds. The pond surface was mirror smooth, reflecting the beautiful colors. Oh well. Whatever happens with the clouds and air movement, at the end of the weekend, she and he will be married. Woohoo! I hope and pray they will enjoy their lifetime together. They seem happy now as I've watched them interact. They're patient with each other and joyful in each other's presence. Because of the ceremony's close proximity to Halloween and my daughter's love of The Nightmare Before Christmas, the decorations are going to be a bit spooky, and we're emphasizing the Till Death Do Us Part theme in the wedding a bit more than usual. Don't worry, we're not celebrating evil or spiritual darkness at all. We're not glorifying death, but emphasizing God's intention for marriage oneness to be for the rest of life from the day of the union till breath ceases entering and exiting the lungs of one spouse or the other, or both. We believe this is God's will and pleases Him. He is the author of marriage, after all, and the giver and sustainer of life from first to final breath. I'm guessing some of you are married, and maybe others are considering marriage. Either way, I want to share with you a couple of the passages I'll be reading this Sunday. For you who are already hitched, let these words remind you of God's plan for your life between I do and death do you part. For those wondering about uniting with another in marriage, check your heart against these words. Are you willing to live like this? Is your future spouse willing? We'll start with Ecclesiastes 4, 9-12. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. But pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Marriage for believers is not just a union of two, between a man and a woman. It is a union of 3, a man, a woman, and God. This union is much stronger than any other union made which excludes God, the creator of marriage. Then in Ephesians 5, 21-28, we find this. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, submit to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In this same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Mutual submission is good, no one lording it over another. Husbands loving wives, giving themselves up for the sake of the other, just as Christ did for the church. That's also good. Men of God are self-sacrificing, patient servants of their wives. Wives respecting their husbands, bearing with their moments of weakness and still honoring them and their decisions. This is also good. Don't give in to the pressure of the world and badmouth your guy. Pay attention to what God might be saying through him. All of you who are married would do well to heed these words and live them out. If you will serve each other, each looking out for the needs and desires of the other, your marriage will be happier. Look to Jesus, follow his example, give your life to him, and ask him daily for strength to serve. God bless all of you in your current or your future marriages. May God give you joy in serving Him together with love and respect for one another. Till death do you part. Oh no, it's sad, I know we've come to the end of the show. See you next time.